kind of tranquil. I don't see any ducks or geese or anything. Plus the water level is pretty low, like 4 feet. That's a good thing. It always could flood, you know. I haven't looked in here in a little while. Snow-covered compound. There's that stuff you're supposed to put in your tire, you know, if you have always getting nails and screws that Bert was talking about. It's called tire eject. I don't know. I haven't earned any cash in a while. It's been too cold, dude. Supposed to get a big snowstorm, like huge. Tuesday is supposed to pour rain, so it's supposed to get up in the 40s, so all this stuff right here will melt and it'll just be a big swamp of half frozen everything. And then Wednesday is supposed to get colder and it's supposed to snow, and Thursday is supposed to get even colder. It's gonna snow more, so we're supposed to get about 12 or 13 inches of snow. We'll see. And when that happens, basically I just hunker down and do pretty much nothing. Which isn't much different than any other day, right? That's the scrap life. Get used to it, right? The curbside scrapper that I am. Not much of a dumpster diver. Oh, there's so many channels that are good at that. It must be the location where they're at or something, where they can find, get plenty of lucky finds and stuff. Am I gonna get rich doing what I'm doing? No. Hasn't happened in 50 years. It ain't gonna happen in another 50. Right? Oh, watching new channels is a waste of time. That's for shits and giggles, guys. Right? I almost could reach that. Let's grab some poverty as a tool. King, everywhere I look, there's garbage. I know, right? It's been that way since I was a little kid. In grade school, my school desk was crammed with paper and old, like, milk cartons and candy wrappers. Looks like some sort of animal was nibbling on that. What do you suppose? Now there are some very ingenious YouTube scrappers that could micro-scrap this. That thing right there is, usually they're in there really good. Maybe I'll put it in a vise and see what we can do to it. Get that little tidbit out. Probably worth, what, like 3 cents? In here I want to put pallets, I think. As I'm working on making up my mind whether I should do that or not. With this, I need a backboard. That wooden board right there. But when I put the sink in here, it migrated back towards the tailgate. No biggie, you might say. Just move it forward. Yeah, but it seems stuck. It's stuck. Maybe on the floor thing. Old pickup truck muffler. Some rotted out frame from a Jeep Wrangler. The frames on those things rust out like crazy. Yep. I know, there's cords right there, but there's a power cord. I'm using that. What the heck do I got in this bucket here? A little bit of everything. This stuff is 75 cents a pound at one scrapyard, and another scrapyard it's 35 cents a pound for the same material. After years and years and years of scrapping, when there's a price differential that much, the guy with the high price tends to drop down his price. If you ever heard of Ian Matthews, he makes plug soup out of plugs like this with the brass ends. Fun to do if you're a micro scrapper, you know, to make a YouTube video, but if you're looking to make money, if you're making a living off it, or trying to, you ain't gonna make money off that. all these things all tied together like this. Time to get the clipper out. Well, the ballasts, they're at parity with the price of scrap, so that means they're not worth a penny more than scrap currently, at least at the yards around here. Plug soup. So yeah, Ian Matthews takes a pot of water and he heats it up with a bunch of plug ends in there, and the hot water permeates the plastic, heat wise, and it makes it easier to take them apart without heating them up using other means, which would probably make a plasticky smell, which would be unhealthy and stink up the place. So it's kind of an ingenious technique. Oh, but there's one little bit of copper on there, so there it goes, back in the barrel. Couple of bits of brass. I'm just gearing up for tomorrow, so I can hit the ground running. If you ever watch that iScrap app, they have like that little lettering on the bottom that's scrolling along, like it's the NASDAQ or something, or Wall Street. It says shred steel, sell, copper, sell, aluminum, sell, and it says heavy melt or something like that, or number one steel, it says hold. Okay. I'm a hoarder. I don't think that's too hard to accomplish, right? Yeah, the price of the heavy melt steel is ridiculously low. Maybe if I should actually cut this in half, or 3 pieces, and load it into the truck. It's a shame though, it's like a complete exhaust system, pretty much. Better than what I got. That last little piece, little thread of steel there, holding on for dear life. There you go. That's a shame to throw this away. Whatever. It's a little low. Somewhere in the 20s. Oh, a little bit of brass. All right. several times I've cleaned up around the compound and I found a couple $100 worth of brass and copper just in random spots in the rocks and stuff like that. Kind of amazing, right? A bit of aluminum. Down it goes. Well, I'll keep inflating that tire for a little bit. This one looks like it might be a bit low. I'll press my knee into it. Yeah, it seems like it's a little low. I really want to get those pallets though up in the truck before I go and before it becomes dark. And then they let the dogs out. I gotta say, the one good thing about this Dodge is it doesn't have the starting problems that that thing does. Just turn the key in. Oh, it's got lots of other issues though. Perfect poverty wagon. Well, a little low on tranny fluid there. I don't rev it hard when it does that, you know, because you could completely destroy what little you got. I see people do that all the time. They like rev it, like, come on, vroom, vroom, vroom. You know, like, okay. You must have a lot of money for buying scrap wagons just to replace them. Just go around finding $5 worth of garbage. Yeah, I can smell the trans fluid even. It's got some kind of a, I think it's the rear seal actually. Don't even think that I'm going to try and fix that. You got to pull the trans apart from the motor. Nah, I'm good. I mean, it would be wonderful if it wasn't leaking. It would be a little bit cheaper to operate the truck. I always got to keep that thing hidden because I had one before. I think it was a 28-inch one. That's a 24. I left it on the ground like everything else, and somebody scooped it up. Probably one of them truck driver people over there. Who knows? This transmission fluid bottle leaks, so it's got a hole right there. I'm gonna keep it sideways. I don't know if I could marketplace these. A couple of them are broken on the top, but most of them are fine. Aren't these things that go flying in the air and you shoot at them? People call them clay pigeons. That's a clay pigeon. What? That's no bird. It's like a clay frisbee. Marty, that's a clay pigeon. I say it once, I say it 10,000 times. People on YouTube get angry about McDonald's, but they like love Dunkin'. Okay, if you got Dunkin' wrappers or cups or whatever, people are loving you. So it's like it's PC on YouTube to have Dunkin'. Okay, but McDonald's, that's like the Antichrist of fast food or something. Dunkin' is every bit as trash as far as like food value as McDonald's. Sugary donuts, sugary coffee, sugary hot chocolate. Hey, that's one man's opinion. Let me load these things up. Then we'll have 2 trucks ready for the dream tomorrow. You right? Well, most of the pallet pile is gone now. It's getting dark out. Truck's all loaded up with pallets, probably about 60 something dollars worth. Those are $3 a piece, and then that blue one is $1, and then the rest are 50 cents. That might be $3, but it's got 2 boards in the center, so I'm not sure. So I'm looking at 63, 64, 65, 66, 66.50. I don't have any more room for those little ones because they're either free or a quarter or something like that, so I don't know. I got a little pile over there. If I want to keep at it, I'm not going to go any taller than that though. I see guys with them stacked really high. But yeah, I think I'll refrain from that liability, you know. You get road rage people, you know, they'll cut you off and try and get you to spill your load. So I think that's good enough. Been pretty slow lately. And what does Justin have to say about that?
Unacceptable.